What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Poke Blab. I appreciate you stopping by, and without further ado, let's blab. So, this is going to be a response to Ice PCSD, also known as Ice Pokemon Card San Diego, or just Ice, or Isaiah, or Terry, or Terrence. This man has a lot of different pseudonyms. I'm not sure why, but that is not the crux of this video. This is a response to him calling me out for being a scammer, for being a ghost, for being a brokey, for 250, for burning bridges, for being bad for the hobby, for just being a bad person. This is a response to all of that. I'm just gonna lay out a timeline that I don't even think Ice would disagree with, and just let the facts sit there as they may. At the end of the day, I think this entire situation just got blown out of proportion very quickly, went nuclear when it really didn't have to, and I just kind of want to set the record straight. So most of this occurred last week, that being the week of Sunday, August 10th, Monday, August 11th, like that week. And I'd like to just kind of make a quick video about this. I don't need to go into immense detail. Any other questions that people have, I can answer in the comments, or maybe make a follow-up video. But here's how it went. By early last week, we had already made a fantasy football league, 10 people, $50 a person, $500 pot, and we made the prizes a regular 151 ETB, a 151 Blooming Waters box, and a 151 booster bundle. That market value added up to $520, $530. Everyone paid $50, and we were just going to take the extra couple bucks on the chin, no big deal. Ice already had a Blooming Waters box and also a booster bundle, so the only thing that we had to source was a 151 ETB. Me and Ice would frequently have multi-hour FaceTime calls, regular calls. We would be texting, DMing, talking about fantasy football, doing lives, talking Pokemon, all of those things. And I really enjoyed that. We got to know each other very well. We were talking multiple times a week, and it was great. I did let Ice know that my LGS store had a good price on the 151 ETB, and if he wanted me to go pick it up, I would have no problem doing that. So, Ice, who had collected money from the people that wanted to join the league, sent me over $250, and I still had the $50, so I was now in possession of $300 of the league pot. I promptly the next day went to the LGS store, and unfortunately they were sold out. They did not have any regular 151 ETBs. I think they had Pokemon Center ones, but that wasn't what we were looking for. So I immediately let Ice know, they didn't have any in stock today, but I would be returning to the store on Friday because they claimed they were going to have more. Now, we were talking a little bit, are they going to increase the price, yada, yada. We kind of just didn't know what was going to happen and left the conversation there. Unbeknownst to me, with no follow-up to that conversation, Ice randomly buys a 151 ETB. I believe it was like Wednesday or Thursday. He paid like $100 more than I was potentially going to be able to get it at the LGS store. So whatever, if that's his prerogative and he wants to just light money on fire like that, that's fine. It was late Thursday. He sent me a DM saying, "Yo, can you send me the money back? I already got the ETB," right? Totally makes sense. Unfortunately, I live on the East Coast. He lives on the West Coast, so I'm a couple hours ahead of him. If you send me something later on a Thursday, I might not see it till Friday, right? Unfortunately, I didn't see the DM Friday or Saturday, and that's on me. Usually, I'm pretty up to date on my social media stuff. I check it, whatnot, but I was busy, right? And for someone like Ice, who I'm very close with, he has my personal phone number, right? And this is where I believe this starts to get kind of malicious from his end. He sends me this DM late on Thursday, doesn't get a response for 2 days, and then immediately on Sunday is making has multiple videos of me come out saying I'm a scammer, I'm a ghoster. These videos are edited. I don't know when he made these videos. He didn't. That's the first part, and then the second part is, why not give me a call or like FaceTime me or be like, "Yo, did you see my DM?" or make any good faith effort other than there's a million reasons maybe I didn't see my DMs, right? Maybe it was a problem with Instagram, which it was not. It was on me that I didn't see it for 2 days. But to immediately go, this is a guy I talked to for like hundreds of hours in the last couple weeks, couple months. To immediately go out and call me a scammer and frankly say a lot of other hurtful things that made it pretty obvious that we weren't friends to begin with, or at least he didn't see it that way. Um, it really hurt because why not give me like a FaceTime call or shoot me a text before just completely going off on me? Um, I don't understand. And I guess the biggest question would be like, why haven't I responded until now? And unfortunately, I actually did have to retain some legal counsel. And I know people are going, oh, you can't take like the heat on this or that, whatever. Uh, I have people in my DMs calling to hurt me, uh, death threats, and whatever. I mean, I've been on, Xbox 360 playing Halo and Modern Warfare 2, and that's child's play. The thing that really turned me into looking for legal counsel and possible legal remedies is a sort of doxing situation, where people were sending me, where I live. And frankly, that scared me, and I was just not going to deal with that on my own. So that's essentially the whole situation. I didn't respond to a DM for 2 days. But I mean, look, Ice made zero effort outside of that DM that was sent to attempt to remedy the situation. Never sent me a text, never gave me a call, never FaceTimed me, never hit me up through YouTube or any other social media platform that we had talked to each other on hundreds of times. Um, so it really, honestly, this whole situation has left me really confused, and more than mad, I'm just sad about the situation. People that I've grown to enjoy their content and talk to on a frequent basis have blocked me and kind of just taken what Ice has said at name value, and just think I'm a scammer, and it's really affected my reputation, um, which sucks because it really comes down to the fact that I didn't see a DM, and this man made no effort to reach out to me, outside of that, which I find really disheartening. I have my theories of to why. Is it possible that he wanted to just do a fantasy football thing on his own? Is it possible that the Pokevault and Shiny Vert, chargeback scam is just floating around this guy's psyche, and he just constantly thinks he's gonna get scammed? I mean, I really don't know. But like I said, I'm more sad about the situation than anything. I was very close with Ice. Um, he was probably like the closest person I knew that was like super into Pokemon. So I don't know why he didn't give me a call. He sent that DM on Thursday night. Like if he just gave me a call on Friday and was like, "Yo, you didn't see my DM? Can you shoot me over that bread?" None of this would have happened. So just kind of sucks, but that's the situation. Um, Ice, unfortunately, I don't want a FaceTime call from you or a regular call. Any contact you make with me should be in written form, um, so that I can, go over it with the people I need to go over it with. I hope you do reach out. I'd like to remedy the situation as much as possible. Obviously, I don't think things can go back to the way they were, but I don't like being in the situation that has occurred. It's definitely messed with my mental, and the dollar amount is really just so secondary in the situation at this point. Um, yeah, I mean everything I've worked at the last couple of months, everyone that I've gotten to know has kind of turned their back on me. No one even really reached out to me and was like, "Yo, what's your side of the story?" And yeah, the reason I haven't been able to really say anything is because I was getting some counsel on what to do about like the messages I was getting. So that's the situation. And if anyone has any questions about it, they can throw it in the comments. I tried to make this as short of a video as possible. But yeah, if you have any questions, throw them in the comments. I'll try to get around to them. I'll try to answer them. I really don't feel like I did anything wrong. I would never. Honestly, I'm just. You can hear my voice. I'm just super confused. I've recorded this video a few times. I like to do it on the one take, which is hard to do when you have, legal things going around and whatnot. But that's what it is. I hope to be getting back to regular Pokemon programming here shortly. For those that can hear me out and understand the situation, because I mean, really, I don't understand the situation super well. So it is what it is. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next video.